Hello, everyone. And thank you to Ray Deal for the follow 1 hour ago. I'm not deaf anymore. For some reason, all the programs are working just fine now. I didn't do anything. Technology of your time is just sort of strange that way. Not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, though, so let's continue on. What happened to me since yesterday? Well, yesterday I mentioned that I would sometimes have like a killer stomachache that would keep me up for several hours in the middle of the night because it only ever happened in the middle of the night. Well, it happened. That was awful. But I'm okay now. And I got a good amount of sleep. Even in the far future, you know, you can't fix stupid. So, if you accidentally jack your neck up waking up or eat too much junk food, medical technology ain't gonna do much about that. Besides that, I mean, of course, not much could happen. It's only been less than a day, so maybe we should get right to it. How about? I've discovered some interesting things since at the end of last session. So, let's move over to the gameplay channel. Hey. You gotta get the game loaded up, of course, but I just wanted to make sure that the content warnings were available for everyone who needs them. So we start from the top. Let's get that bad boy loaded up. Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. Press help key to... okay. Uh-huh. So yeah, I discovered this last time. Instead of loading into the game, it seems to load into a computer menu of some sort, as though we were on a desktop inside of the game, and that the game is on the desktop. Fascinating stuff. Just a moment here. And on this desktop, I discovered a couple of interesting things. Very important things. First of all, there's some bopping soundtracks here. Oh, yeah. Let's move up to the good part. Oh, can I not fast forward? No fast forward. Alright, fine. I guess it's too much to ask for one guy to make like a fully functioning music program. Fair enough. Everyone get your lighters out. Oh, it doesn't stop. Okay, hang on. Let's turn that off. I fear that maybe that is protected somehow, that YouTube or Twitch may come after me should I play it too long without interruption. So instead, there's some files I want to take a look at. Oh, these are new, some of these. I think it was only characters last time I looked. Because, yeah. Get the character files for the 4 characters. Game, huh? Audio, fonts, images, poem words, scripts. There's a delete option for all those, too. What the heck would happen if I deleted, like, the fonts or the images or the scripts? See what's in the prom. Okay. Oh! Oh! It shows you the words that they like. Well, that's actually really handy. Thank you, Mr. Salvato. Yeah, you got words for Yori, for Natsuki, and for Sayori, but not for Monica. Saves? Yeah, those are my saves. Internal. What's all this? Nothing in there. Insecure directory. This is a scratch disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it in directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. Rhea is working on setting up a proxy mail server so that we can have proper remote communication without having to worry about the higher-ups. Keep everything offline until then. Paula. Yeah, proper remote communication without having to worry about the higher-ups. Oh. And if only I had as much spare time as MatPat to sort of dissect all of this. Looks like there is a corporation, and these people are trying to do something sneaky without the higher-ups noticing. Very interesting. Back up. Meeting notes 1. Update development timeline. New test. Test cases for new genetic model. Server time optimization data. Automatic data collection. Data into Roblox. Ideas for data search types. Visual renders, iData, VM environment changes. Persistent variable tampering. Timestamps. Parsing thought patterns. No. Excessive server time needed. Meeting over time. You know who went on too many tangents again. I need to be more assertive about staying focused. Test? I'll copy test from disposable drive to thin client. Ah! There's so much. So much lore. And I just want to play a visual novel. Yeah. Well, I don't think any of this is going to affect what's going on currently. At least in the script of this game. I want to listen to these side stories. That's what I want to do. Let's do it. Trust Part 1. New music. Oh, this is new. Sorry, I will keep pointing out things that are new between this and the old game. Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss Debate Club. She misses Debate Club. She said she liked Debate Club. It would be so difficult to start a new club. I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Oh, she's by herself. I see. Monica's the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody's into literature enough to pick it over the other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. Vision? What kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Hello? Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Is this a napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit this is in fact the literature club. This is a literature club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry, it was, like, so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize, I do it all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? How about that? This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. It was just you. That means I gotta be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're making fun of me. Oh. Oh. Hello, Ray Games. I appreciate you coming in. I'm glad to see that you're out there supporting streamers. That's very nice of you. A very nice way to spend your time. Oh, thank you. I like the way his hair moves. I rigged him, I didn't draw him, but, he is quite, the rigging process was like, oh man. Getting all this hair done was like half of the time. Okay. Well, that's very cool. So you just pop in and say hi to streamers? Is that the idea? I should, keep reading, though. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. As I say, for like the stream. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself, for your own sake. It's just some visual novel today. Normally I, make a random roll for content. Today it happened to yesterday it happened to land on, playing this game, and it is so very different from what I usually stream. This is like the first visual novel I've ever done, so I'm just having fun with it. Last thing I played was The Forest, which was a very different kind of game from this. But that's the fun of rolling randomly. Alright. What was your name? Sayari! Okay, Sayari. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but... like horror type games? DDLC? I love DDLC. Oh. Well, that's good. I definitely heard, like, pretty much everything about DDLC before it happened, before the Plus version came out. And I saw a playthrough of it in the past, and I was like, what on earth does an extra version of this game mean? Because the lore of this game kind of makes that a very interesting question. It's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do, too. There you go. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. Does an NB Ditto transform and still have the same coloration? Is that the idea? I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayari. Sorry this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now! Okay. I see. Oh, I just got a follow. Thank you, Pawn. My other monitor where I have all this information is a little pixely, but I'm pretty sure that is Pawn I Am. If not, it's Pawnland. And either way, thank you so much for following. It's very kind of you. Really? Oh, pardon me. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and I should be proud. I should be proud of it. You should be proud of it. God damn it. You know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? It's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. You're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glanced at the flyer on her desk and realized that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she's finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited! I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Well, that was the door. Oh, wait, it's not done. A day passes and the time comes for Literature Club, Monica and Sayori to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. Well, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Kablow! Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Yeah. Forward, land, step, footprints, me, you. Clearly not going for rhyming, but... Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can bend to you. Okay. If you could trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you could trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Alright. Alright, sure. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course! Wait, no, it's the wrong side of the paper! Huh? I was ready to share that yet, I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, Sayori, you big, silly, dumb, stupid. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but... You just gotta go with it, man. I'm sure I'm not anywhere near... Wait, I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Wow. Okay, poetry's kind of the crux of the game, but, you know, I wouldn't mind if there was, like, you know, any other kind of literature, you know? It's a short story, prose. It's a visual novel, so I guess that counts. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week later after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I feel you there, bro. I don't know. like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Ah. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. Ah, I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah! I would love that. Such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people, usually. But you can when it's a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me, well, even though it was by accident. Me too! I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kinda good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. You wanna go over this recruitment brainstorm together? I brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Hello, Phyllis, me. Oh, hey there, everybody. I know you. Thanks for joining. If you want more poems, you're gonna get more poems. Words are hard. Sarah, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when do we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come to the club. What if we say we have free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like, kind of worried that I would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? This fucking cupcake simps. All kinds. People just come in for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. I would do that. That'd be mean. But, you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Cupcake perverts? Yeah, that's what I thought. Even I don't know it yet. Let's see, the next... Oh, wait, that's bumpkin. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How do we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I don't think about that part, I'm sorry. Man, sometimes you gotta bother people. That's why That's why in all the Discord chats that I'm part of, I send a giant at everyone every time I'm going to stream, because I gotta bother people, or else my own club here isn't going to take off as well. And until they say that they're pissed off by it, I'm gonna keep on friggin' doing it. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! Ha, I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayari, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of the literature club? Probably like, literature's stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that we, like, do a group reading and discuss it together? I'll probably nap through that. Boring as shit, Monica. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like fun to most people anyway. You need to really catch their interest, you know? This sucks. Why is it so hard? Monica. Don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Yeah, exactly. Mellifluous, just, do slam poetry in the hallway while handing out your literature club flyers. That'll get people interested. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like, intimate. Yeah. How do I get that across to people? You could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us! Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Sarah just wants to... No, not saying it. Oh my gosh! What is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom! I must have gotten too excited and rushed here, silly me. Rushed, but weren't? Oh, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monika momentarily alone. Monika sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Get intimate with us. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. Now, write your heart out. Write your heart? Oh, that's not bad. No. Write into your heart. That's just weird. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monika! You startled me. Sorry. It's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. I guess we could take a look. Monika grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. Is it Yori? Probably. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monika over to a particular classroom and lowers her voice to a whisper. See in here. Monika peers it through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. Well, it could be a manga also. Hard to say who it is, but I'm gonna guess Yuri. You're like a creep doing this. You should go outside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I'll probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monika takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? I mean, why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk, then walked out. That's kind of cute. I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the classroom, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monika still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monika and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. I did not know that this bonus content was going to go so long. They discussed various kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monika coming up with ideas of her own, the two end in a better spot from where they began. Well, I would say that today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori appears with the sheet of paper Monika was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart? That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic. But... Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. Seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I wanted things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think at the end it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that, the vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, and shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think that's what you're trying to do. Is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. They kiss! Okay. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. Ah. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. People are fleeing from you. Huh. Me too! Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Seeing that I could use... What? Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. There we go. Those are the words. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be... perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Hello? Oh, well, thank you, Ray Games. Thank you for the follow. Not too much happened, T-Bot. This is a bit of side content, actually. Bonus content that wasn't in the original game. So it doesn't have to do with the regular story. Become the flower. A feeling of joy as a flower plucked from the ground. The color of the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me. All for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers, to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that's why I've decided I must become the flower. That could mean a few different things, but okay. What the? Wait. Sayori? Side stories. Oh no, there's another part. Oh, do I do it? Why not? We're here. And then we'll actually do the main story. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time I didn't think to ask her about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? Bro, you know me for 2 days. Just because you didn't notice I had depression until now is I mean, that's fine. What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? As she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Oh, I've played through the game. I didn't play through the game. I watched the playthrough of the original game, so, yeah. Monica stares blank, which is why I'm, able to say, hey, by the way, everyone, I forgot to mention this earlier, if you got problems with, very, very serious depictions of anxiety and depression, and maybe even a little abuse, this ain't the game for you. Please get out for your own safety. There's the content warning. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. Why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment pauses in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. I was just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do all of this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. I guess? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, people with depression don't tend to want to, you know, have every day be about, like, coping with the depression and, like, all your friends being like, oh, dude, it's okay. Everything's about it. Don't worry about it. They just want to, like, have a normal day and, you know, the best cure for that, I guess. Well, actually, I don't know, because I have anxiety, not depression. But at least in my case, I find that I'm, like, well and truly medicated for it, though, so I am totally fine. But the best way to deal with that, I find, is distraction. And having fun in a literature club, I guess, is a distraction. That'd be fine. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things. But as unfair as it is for Monica to pry... Oh, yeah. Well, see... Weed can also cause anxiety. I've never partook, so I don't know which effect it'll have on me. Maybe someday, though. When I feel like I can have, like, a really terrible day. Or at least have that be the risk. I am in Canada, after all. So it's okay. As unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. Sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise to me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too! As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Ugh. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kinda just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. Then you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do. It's not like it's the only way. It's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it! What? Why? You're an idiot. Are you calling me an idiot? Oh, well, there you go. Of course not! But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyway. It's really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you! Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. It's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it! Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. We done? We're not done. Wait, content warning, suicidal thoughts, self-hate. Okay, guys. Buckle up. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. I can read. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart! Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting, when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be present if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself, for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of a pen firmly against the paper. but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monika lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. I do that too. As she does, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monika's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monika presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monika. Just move your hand. Monika writes. Bleh, bleh. This is what I get for seeking perfection, a stain. Yeah, that's a poem. That's an introspection. Hang on, water break. There we go. Monika slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Sleep once more. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi. Monika hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down at the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die! Wait a minute. Smear, smear, sometimes I want to die. Did she erase Monika's poem for that? Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. It's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you, more than I'm scared. At those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monika's own futile but gentle efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monika waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask what's wrong. Bro, I know who you can tell. A shrink. Why are there no psychologists in the anime world? It's all just people dealing with their own stuff, man. I know that because I used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did she find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'd be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. Another part of me, I think it just feels like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself, too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendships doesn't have to change. Ah, it's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave, I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. If nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Yo! New art! Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's... Yeah, that's her shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking. To say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it! The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. I'm not making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, but she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away. Then all she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value to me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought me. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Thank you. Thank you, my love, Lewis. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. And any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Thank you! Monica. Monica. If it weren't for spoilers that happen later, man, you would be the one. Let me just... I got it. Hi. Hey. Hey. You're good. You're very good. Anyway. Sayori nods. It's scary. It's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it would always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I could say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway and then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. And that's that. Side story 1, Trust, complete. New pictures. Picture of hug energy. Happening. A scene from the side story, Trust. Sayori seems much shorter. Maybe she's like, you know, leaning, crouching. Who's this? Monica form underscore DDLC has followed. Or Monica from, pardon me. Pardon me. Wow, and I just had that whole thing about how I like Monica a lot, except for some later stuff. Hi. I'm glad to have you as a follower, Monica. Better be careful what I say from now on. I chose you as the wallpaper. That's cool, right? Should I have the hug as the wallpaper? Oh wait, there's a new Monica. That looks like new art. Or like the new... Yeah. She seems... different in that picture. In a good way. Let's rock it. Don't know why the color of choice for Monica is green, apparently, but oh well. Then again, I guess one of my colors of choice is also green. So who am I to say anything? Let's see. I got new music, of course. Any new mail? No. Alright. Let's get to the game, shall we? This game is not suitable for children, and also they're all 18 plus. Don't worry about it. Okay. Did we all get that? Okay, let's move on. We're at poem number 2. And, at the moment, I'm aiming for Yori, I think. I already did Yori last time, so I might as well do her this time as well. Marriage? Damn it! After image, that's a Yuri. Sunset, that sounds like a Yuri. Damn it! God, Sayori, stop it! Secretive, that's a Yuri. Extraordinary, that's a Yuri. Damn it! God fucking please! Please! Why? Alright. Infallible, that's gotta be Yuri, okay. Uncanny. Yeah, there we go. Vivacious, definitely. Disaster? Yeah, okay. Landscape? Despise? Oh, that might be a Sayori, though. Landscape seems like a Yuri. There we go. Frightening? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Alone, anger, and marshmallow. Disown's a Yuri. Massacre, that's a Yuri. Uncontrollable, maybe? Yep. Disoriented? Okay. Nightgown. Alright, what you use Nightgown, because you earn a point. Oh. Okay. I guess Natsuki learned a point. Okay, anyway. Imagination, peace, scars, awesome, tone, calm, hope. Calm seems like a Yuri, right? God damn it! Crimson, that's a Yuri. There we go. What would loud be? No, that's probably Lensky, maybe. Hey, oh, and Conqueror, obviously. She's a big word nerd. Philosophy. There we go. Okay, I think I got her, guys. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Steph. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. By the way, the main character's kind of an asshole. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I could lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! And so, that only leaves the one option. Ah! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Bro! Did you not read the side story? Be careful! Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Steph to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ugh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What? Yeah! Ow! What was... a cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Hahaha. Cookie to the face, yeah. You're a Yuri guy? Can't blame you. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Haha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Ugh. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I've hit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and gets behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. Probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Steph. Monika smiles sweetly. Whoosh! Just smashes everyone to the side. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki would end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher, and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have a water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher? Okay. Sure, 2 tea bags and 2 shots of vodka to the table. They're 18 plus, it's fine. Nothing like tea-steeped vodka. I'm thinking about it. Pretty sure that would taste awful. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve Stev in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. Well, if you don't drink it for the taste, then why do you bring the tea bag with you? The tea's not going to do anything for you. Tiny amount of caffeine with a ton of alcohol. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Stev. Dang, Yuri. Vicious. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? I don't know, man. You're a high schooler. Everyone's a bitch in high school. Don't worry about it. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Steph, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. You always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Steph, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Stev, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. Yeah, that's what happened. I was doing a little bit of thinking. I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Stev. Again, we've known each other for 3 days. I wish I could develop relationships this quickly. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Stev, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. Also, my pendulous booba need the extra support. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall with teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost like more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Settle down, man. That's all I gotta say. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the word road around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Eh? Are you sure? Oh, that was what Yuri was saying. Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages, you fucking barbarian. Reading chocolate while... Wait, reading chocolate? Eating chocolate while reading a book. Fuck. Ah, you're right. Didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my dick! Leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. And I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. And that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth, the tiniest chocolate of all freaking time. Why even bother? Look at how little that is. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Stev? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... well... You were just helping. That's something that friends do. Oh yeah, friends. Like my friend here, Mellifluous, we often feed each other chocolate by hand. Right? I mean... not really in this kind of context, but... yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then... you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. Palms are spaghetti. I'm nervous to take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did he even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Yuri's a freak! I'll be real, that's kind of why she's number 2 for me. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. It's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Okay. Hey, Monica. Good timing. Well, bad timing? I don't know. I'm gonna take a little voice break. Now that Monica has, chocolate blocked us, let's call it. we'll just take a few short minutes, and I'll be right back. I'm just going to have a drink of something, have a stretch. You guys should do the same. Hydrate, all that stuff. And off I go. Hello, hello. I'm back. Let's switch back over to gameplay. So I had some I had heard that honey is very good for you know, keeping everything nice and smooth in the vocal cords, I guess. The lubricating properties or the coating properties or something like that. I don't know. I should have probably put the honey in like some tea or something. Instead, I just put some in some water and stirred it like an asshole. And I'm not really a fan of the taste of honey, so I don't know what I was expecting. But the point is, there's honey in my system now. And that means I should be okay for the next little while. So, Monica has just C-blocked us, I guess. C for chocolate. And let's see what happens from here. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Or, sorry, Monica's voice. It's time to share poems. Instead, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? Monica. Hi again, Steph. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. And when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Oh, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. Yeah, it's coming from the fictional girl. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless... Load me. Hey, Monica. Nah, don't worry about it. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I'd never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Who's that? Remove. resolved. Host railway. Oh, remove host. Not sure if you're a bot or not, but thank you for the follow. Gotta say. If you're not, then I apologize. I really do. Because I do appreciate every follow I get. Or when something unexpected may happen. Is this tip even about my writing? What am I even talking about? Ahaha. That's my advice for today. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit, Monica. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri, I guess. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Stiff. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really want to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you'd never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Okay, getting a little... Alright, the raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a... What? For a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an... What? Unordinary? Yeah, as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Don't fuck raccoons. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Well. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Eating chocolate to... Don't worry about it. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Steph? Well, yeah, I guess I do. No, you don't. You're a regular-ass protagonist. You don't have anything strange to you at all. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Steph. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Who should I show my poem to? Let's get Natsuki over with. Now, I commit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. But don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Brutal. Oh, wait, what? I don't get to see Natsuki's poem? I guess I pissed her off too much, okay. Hey, Ciari, what's up? Ooh, I like this one, Stan. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does this mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things, and it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. You know, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems, too. Sometimes I like a little of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, it is. I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Steph. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Thank you. Bottles! I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. Oh, now you decide. Okay. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't you? Did I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing till I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori has always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have something for the... Do we really have something for the festival? Have to be something for the festival? So that we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sierra's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell me what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But... Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You don't already start planning those putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud in a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Poke Natsuki's eye. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. just gotta adjust. Okay. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. Least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I'm gonna turn the BGM down for you guys a little bit, because it really does seem like it's going quite high. Don't know what it actually sounds like to you. And there's been no complaints, but just in case. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reading them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. You can do it, Yuri! It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly... Oh, God. Putting so much effort. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into the reality. Oh, there goes Gravis Spaghetti, and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Thank you. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Trying to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. Soft voice. Well, I'm not changing it now. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, though, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Stev liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Let me go before Stev. It's not like I can compare you guys anyway. Might as well let Stev lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. That's Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Look at them, they're all in order of height. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry if I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Jump, 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 jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. A rhythm and a rhyme. To jump up, and get down. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. I had trouble with that sentence. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Am I losing my ability to read? I guess we are 2 hours in. Let's go for 3. Hopefully something crazy happens. And we'll... This is a game that I think I'll finish, so... Yeah, more about that later. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. And I'll have to do my best. I mean, he gets it. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. I make such a big deal out of it. You must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Stev, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about... God damn it, my stupid 3 p.m. alarm. I'm on a break. I should probably turn that off, huh? Yeah. Okay. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. This... Yuri might live in another town, bro. Well, oh! Yeah, oh, Gotta save. Is this gonna lead to one of the bonus scenes? Well, I'm not sure, but I might as well put all my eggs into the Yuri basket for now. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I don't know, man, because she's hot. You like her. What do you want? I mean, given how hard it is to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Haha, you admitted it. Jeez. It's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry. I can figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen at that time? Okay, we're at another one of these. Day 3, might as well save again, I guess. Return. After image, that's a Yuri. Meager? That's a Yuri. Electricity? Might be a Natsuki. Covet, that's a Yuri. I don't know if any of these are a Yuri. Alone? God damn it. Existence, that's a Yuri. Memories, sounds like a Yuri. Damn it. Philosophy, that's a big Yuri. Aura, that's a Yuri. Unending? Sounds kind of like a Yuri, yeah. Infallible, that's a big Yuri. Disoriented, that's a Yuri. Inferno, that's a Yuri. Vivacious, big Yuri. Ambient, that's a Yuri. Secretive, sounds like a Yuri. Eternity, that's a Yuri. Nightgown is not a Yuri. We've learned that. Contamination. Oh, yeah. Uncanny, that's a Yuri. And... Judgment sounds like a Yuri. There we go. And... Insight. No, not Bubbles. Bubbles is a Natsuki. Oh, man. The last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up a piano. Are you saying that determination is one of your words, Yuri? Is that what you're implying to me? Hang on. Summer has got me sweating all over the place. Ugh. The heavy blue jumpsuit doesn't help. Alright. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. Wait, did I say the... Oh, yeah. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Were you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. You're saying you don't like squid? Was that ikayaki, I believe? You of all people? Eh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? It's not how you say my name at all. Oh, so that joke makes no sense in translation. Monica, shut up. Shut up, you're breaking the fourth wall. Eh? Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I leave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? This feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation was already dispersed, with everyone back in your usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Steph, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Steph. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Steph. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Steph. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Ah, alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice quiet, so I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over the book. This is getting complicated, isn't it? Emotionally, I mean. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Wait. Say that again, Steve. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Okay. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit on the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. Alright, in any case, I guess you're right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something's happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive of you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Stev, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. She may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. You didn't need to put it that way. Could be a little less clingy. It's just my childhood friend, come on. It's just someone I've known for a long time. You're allowed to be concerned for those people. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we go do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Whoop. You. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to? Dude, Monica. Hi, Steph. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding with my hands. Da-da-da. Your style's gotten so refined, Steph. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens when she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her burks aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. Say it like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, right? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Lost adrift, the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, and all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Bummer. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, You'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Weird. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Stev, your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yeah, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Ira gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something that you've never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but I don't think I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Iri smiles sadly. Stev, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. Make fun of your body type? You're like an Amazonian goddess. Who is doing that? And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Stev. I'm the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. It wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful and filling in the correct words in the minigame, and that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Stev. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I'll speak more slowly for her. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you like how you deserve to be treated, Gary. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I'd make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Whoop! Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Alright, apparently that streetlight's still going strong. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glass, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows, closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. I wonder if she likes me. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away.
Do you dislike it?
No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this... Oh. Why? My body is rejecting. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. Not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. Instead, Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can... The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah. Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns her back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. That's nice. What is Natsuki going to do? She already didn't like the fact that I was making poems for Yuri. Let's find out. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, you didn't even... Next. Oh, she's so mad. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Steph. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Eh. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Wow. Just not getting the extra poems, huh? Okay. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ugh. Stagnant air is calm and foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle them all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. Guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader of my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Ever just stare at your desk like, I love atmosphere? Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Stev. The one who is truly useless. Oh, sorry. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'll be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Steph might not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making excuses for Steph to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys. Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Steph to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Stev, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... That's new. That is new. There was never a Monica option. Ever. Let's fucking go! But first, let's save. Holy shit. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Sorry, Yuri. Just kind of hadn't had the chance to, you know, actually do things with the girl that I actually like the most. No offense. Yeah, you picked me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But... I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Steph was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to be making responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah. We have a lot of work to do, you know? We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So you're going to do the right thing, President? Okay. I get it. It's technically the most logical for Steph to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Damn it! Shit. Fuck. Goddamn. Maybe that wasn't the original game, and they just ended like that. Oh well. Yuri it is. Well, probably most youthful you're helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Steph? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistant will be very useful. It's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Steph? Me? Yeah, I guess I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Steph picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell if she tried to say something Sayori would have said at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Now, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. Huh? You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of this whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Chiolum. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door, and they chat between each other, and Yuri's like, I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange digits. Okay. And I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I decided I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. Have I managed to make myself useful in some way? I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Steph. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Yuri thinks very hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? Anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what may end up happening if we're outside of school. Are my condoms expired? I gotta be sure. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. Seriously, can't wait. Content warning, depression, self-hate. Careful, everybody. Get out if you need to. It's already Sunday. I'm getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. Yes, it is. Big bad feels. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it, dude. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Ah, shit. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Steph. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize some same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Just looking at all those right now. Wall decorations? Like that calendar? Why is one of the months completely scratched off of that calendar? What is that? Just forget that month. It didn't happen. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. Because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? We're just supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan on meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. If something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. It's no good, Steph. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? It's all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. I may have made a bad choice in Sayori's voice, but it fits so well in the first part of the story, and I don't feel like changing it back. And also, it might make this whole experience more depressing if she doesn't have a funny voice, so let's just keep going on that. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Steph. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Steph? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Drink break. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring into waste having them spend it on me? Wow, what are those words? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Ah, there it is. That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without everyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed to your close friend, as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Steph. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you wouldn't have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. It also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. Feels like a spear going through my heart. Bats to my head and spears to my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Steph. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish! I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Hug energy! Steph. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Steph! Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Steph. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have it in me to let me be selfish too. Then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Steph. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. That's really scary, too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let go of her as well. Or let her go as well. Festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that'd be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Holidays, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if it would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. We shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. We should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked for you to buy as well? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Wow. No posters. No titles on your books. No game systems. You're a real Play-Doh mold of a human being, aren't you? It's so clean. Haha. I cleaned it before you came over, so it's very considerate of you to do. No. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That'd be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, what, we're not going to talk about what's in that drawer? What's in the drawer, Stev? Should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. The festival's gonna be outdoors, isn't it? I don't think aromatherapy candles are gonna help. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide the experience that would leave you wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. I'm kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Is it weed? Okay, for real. Who's the most likely in DDLC to be a big weed junkie smoker? Is it Yuri? It might be Yuri. Might also be Monica. She's kind of high-strung, so I can see that being something that she likes. Anyway. Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Okay, we're going that way, are we? I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Oh, is that how festivals work? You just do them in the classroom that you usually do the club meetings in? Is that how it is? I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. It's a bong. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to sprout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. You seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write... I have much darker plans for it. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will this be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? It's probably the bong. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Stev. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon for her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. It's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Yuri's a freak. It's kind of great. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. Good knife handling. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Stupid! Steph, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It's a really sharp knife. Knife fight. You've got to fight for your life. Knife fight. You've got to fight with your knife. That's for no one. You can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh, no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she's just trying to help, right? Yeah, she was just trying to help. It's definitely what she was yeah, that was her intentions. She's trying to help. She's in a blood place, Dev. You're gonna have to get into it too. Sorry. Here, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and I lick her index finger. Return. Oh, this relationship. Steph, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Haha. I know that'd be a bad idea. Not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're too weird, Steph. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. This is a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. Well, that was fucking weird. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put in each of the tablets in. I said that right? You're the one who misheard. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Alright. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Plastic bathroom cups? What are those? Like, there's the see-through plastic cups. That's one thing. What is a plastic bathroom cup? I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Yuri's a freak. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall and behind the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on the opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels like a lot of the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's like when I can spend time with one other person. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh. Kya. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rushed out and fetched a small towel, and then I dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled back down in front of her. There's the art. Wipe, wipe. Do you... Oh god. Would you like me to wipe? I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Eh? It just... for a little longer. It feels really nice. Keep my hand still as against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist sent a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The fact that... Stev, I know what it's like, but that was when you're supposed to start making out. That's the then. It's hard in the moment, but Nope, not gonna make any hard jokes. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. Her movements seem clumsy, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Let's hope that a third weird-ass thing doesn't happen between us today. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came up better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. You going to add the lettering now, Blair? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. You could also you need to stay the night, maybe, if you found, if you want to make sure that the paint dries properly. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. Aha. You said it like you're glad it's over. Is I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping that we'd have a little extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all of her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. I really didn't take that shot that I should have shot. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Yeah, sure, something like friends stuff. Why not? That doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Okay. I think we're good. That's 3 hours and 15 minutes of talking. So how about I save, and I'll exit, but of course when I exit, brings me to this desktop. And let's see if something new has shown up. Oh, who's that? Mellifluous smell, wait, what? I thought you already... Did you not already subscribe, follow me? Huh. Oh well. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, looks like we got some new music. We have some new pictures. Absolutely devastated that they did not have the finger in mouth picture. Just to help Yuri for festival preparations. Scene from the side story, Trust. Write a second poem for Yuri. Write a poem for Yuri. Okay. And then there's the all the poems that I saw today. Natsuki Arasari's bedroom, complete with some amusing stuffed animals from her childhood. A giant cow. A creepy bird. And a few papers on the ground that are apparently supposed to indicate that her room is now a mess. If this is a messy room, then I live in an actual dump. The protagonist's bedroom, full of nothing. And we'll flip through the poems just to get them off the thing. Second poem, Marco's first poem. Yuri's special poem, where I've been writing all 3 poems for her. Yuri's second poem, Yuri's first poem, Natsuki's first poem. Okay. Oh, and her second poem. Okay. And another side story. Anything else? Story, try writing films with different characters and being with special scenes in DLC. And we'll get to understanding later. Because I'm tired and I'm not going to read another hour of stuff. Not today. I think I can quit now. Yep. No more weird stuff. Let's go to chatting for just a moment. Well, isn't this a nice little time? Just a pleasant story about some girls who have some problems, but you know, they're all gonna work together and help to solve them. That's what Doki Doki Literature Club's all about. So I think I'll be continuing this. I'll probably go till the end, and once I've done that, I'll see about finding all the special scenes, like how that's done, and whether there are any particular ones that are like really hard or that require a lot of extra time that might not be that great for streaming. If there are, I'll just do them off stream. Easy peasy. And then we can watch them all together. What else? Well, like I said, this week is my holiday week. Taking some time off from the workshop. And I'll be, possibly doing a guerrilla stream if I get particularly bored, you know, during the week off. Because I'll have plenty of time to myself, even though I do have a lot of plans. So you'll hear about that on Twitter, if I do end up doing it. I'll probably drop something into the virtual YouTuber Reddit as well. And what else? Let's see. I don't think I have any other announcements to make. I think we're good. This was a surprisingly successful stream, I gotta say. Doing the new hotness maybe is the reason, or maybe just, you know, things where I get to narrate and I don't have to worry so much about talking about what I'm saying. Makes it flow a bit better, gets people's attention better. I don't know. I also got Monica apparently as one of my followers, so that's exciting. So, that should do it, I think. Very happy about this stream. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye.